Hi there. Today we are doing a special interview with Lee, our cruise director here on the Carnival Breeze.
Hi, YouTube.
So we've had a great cruise so far. We're towards the end. This is almost our last day, but we're getting a chance to sit down with Lee today, and some of you guys have asked some questions, and we just want to see what the life of a cruise director is like.
Kind of exciting, especially when you get YouTube interviews.
This is fun. So how did you get started in the cruise industry?
Wow. Okay, I got started in the cruise industry for all of the wrong reasons. I'll be honest with you. I studied theatre, and my passion was performing. I wanted to be on the stage or maybe on TV as a children's TV presenter.
Okay.
But then I met a girl. She was a dancer and an acrobat. It's always a girl, right?
It's always a girl, isn't it?
Every
A
time.
dancer and an acrobat. And she dreamed of working on cruise ships. So she went and I followed. And then because of my background, because I'd worked in various different capacities within theatre and entertainment, but as I'd got older, I'd stepped into a more managerial capacity. I'd never worked on a ship before, so the only thing that I could do on the ship was to go back to performing. But when I was hired, they looked at my resume and said, you know, I think you'd probably be a good cruise director. So I got on the ship and I was performing. As someone of average ability, I was always fighting and feeling like I was needing to prove myself and get better and better and better. And out the corner of my eye, I saw this guy running around, and I was like, that looks like a great job. He does nothing. I want to do nothing too. I want to be the smiley, wavy guy that does nothing. And I made it my pursuit. Like I just veered off in that direction, and I was an entertainment host doing the daytime and evening entertainment. I was a host DJ. I'd called bingo. I'd done it all.
Yeah.
And then I eventually became assistant cruise director, and finally I got made to be a cruise director with that original company that I worked for, because I started with Carnival. But I then took a sidestep. I made the right choice in 2016, and I came over to Carnival as a cruise director because I'd already been promoted with that other company. And then hit the ground running. Carnival is a blast. So yeah.
Yeah, this is fun. I know our first couple of cruises, we just kind of getting into it, we didn't really understand what a cruise director was. But then we started paying attention. We're like, oh, well, they're doing fun stuff. Why don't we go see what's going on here and do these events? And then we really see what you do and how you can really make a cruise entertaining and fun and special. If you have a good cruise director, it really does make a difference.
Now, you know, I read a lot of Facebook groups and forums and stuff, and some people are like, oh, what's the point in a cruise director? I don't care for my cruise director.
Before, yeah.
And as a cruise director, I look at that and I think, you know what? That's fine. I'm a firm believer that you cruise as you are, and I say it countless times, whatever fun is for you, then do it, and do it a lot. For some people, they want to be a part of the main party. They want to be a part of the group. They want to be in the spotlight. And as a cruise director, I get to highlight people. I get to pull people out and put them on that pedestal. Some people are happy with like a casual, oh, hey, how you doing? Hair looks great. Anything like that, just a passing exchange. And some people don't want to be bothered. Some people want to do their own thing. It's your vacation. And if you want to be the source of your own fun, if you want to be the leader of your own group, you don't need a cruise director coming in and saying, hey, let's all do this dance. If you want to do your own dance, you do your own dance. So I'm a believer that cruise vacations are like a buffet, and everyone has a different favorite dish.
That's true. That's a good analogy.
A different palate. And maybe you want one thing one day and something different the next day. Or maybe you could live just off that one thing. Whatever it is for you, then that's fine. So if you love cruise directors, come out and have fun with us. YouTube, I'm talking to you. Come out, find your cruise director, and we are more than ready to give you a good time. But for the people that just want to do their own thing, that's fine. That's fine too. But don't say bad things about me on Facebook.
So, is there anything you don't like about your job?
No.
No.
I absolutely love life at sea. I love meeting people. I love making people laugh and smile, and maybe getting people to do things that they wouldn't normally do, to step out of the comfort zone. I love all of that.
That's fun. So you're getting to ship hop right now.
I am a hip hop ship hopper. Yeah, In my short time with Carnival, I've been working with Carnival for about a year and a half. I've been on the Carnival Valor, Legend, Spirit, back to the Legend, to the Miracle, over to the Sunshine. Now I'm on the Breeze, and then I go to the Dream and the Vista a little later this year. That's a lot of ships in not a lot of time.
Yeah, well, I tell you, we like to ship hop. Every cruise we've been on, we've gone on a different ship. So we choose ships over itinerary, so we can try something new. So I figure if you're going to go to the same ports, you can do something different, but the ships are all different, so that's fun.
Do you have a favorite?
Honestly, so far this one is...
Me too.
Yes.
Me too.
Yes, so we've done all of this class. We've been on the Dream, we've been on the Magic, but we did the Magic before they had the upgrades.
Okay.
So, but so far, I love the decor of this ship.
I love the Breeze. I mean, we're in the Sapphire dining room right now. It's stunning.
It's pretty.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
pretty.
For me, the Breeze as well. I mean, my opinion's changed like the wind. But right now, it's the Breeze. Not that sort of wind. But this is the newest ship that I've ever worked on. This is the biggest ship I've ever sailed on. The people are fantastic. The itinerary's great. Getting to sail out of Galveston, I love. But I've sailed out of Sydney, Australia. I've sailed out of Port Canaveral. I've sailed out of Long Beach, Seattle. I've been all over. The people at Galveston are great, and I really enjoy being on this size ship because there's more of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
More people to meet, more things to do. How long do you work at a time before you get some time off?
Okay, I am a bit of an anomaly, I guess, in that I love working all the time. Some people are blown away that it's almost tirelessly, but I request Miami head office, and they've been so obliging right now to give me as long a contract as possible.
Okay.
So I do about 9 months. Though some of the cruise directors will do maybe 4 months on and take a month or 2 off. And we have a different arrangement, so this will probably help you understand this structure. We have teams of core cruise directors. I struggle with that word. I don't know if we're going to do subtitles. C-O-R-E, core. Core teams. So a cruise director will be assigned a ship, take vacation, return to that ship continuously, and that's their home. Then there are guys and girls like me that float, or ship hop as you call it. As a ship hopper, I can kind of ask for a longer contract because they just bump me onto another ship and add another ship and add another ship. Whereas if I was a part of a core team, they have to line up the work and the breaks with the rest of the core team. So all of the core hotel directors, entertainment directors, cruise directors, chief engineers all don't take vacation at the same time.
Right.
So yeah, but I work about 9 months.
Okay. Do you get days off to where you can go into port? I know you're not going to get the whole day off, but...
Oh, we do get time in port. So when the ship's in port, providing there's no trainings or any essential work that needs to be done on board, yeah, we get time in port. I popped off in Roatan. I went and bought some underwear. I did.
Yeah, you got to do those things.
What kind of underwear?
I don't know if I'm allowed to plug for Karen
Sure you can.
Bamboo, the softest underwear I've ever worn. It's like, almost like it's invisible.
Oh.
Changed my life.
That stuff is amazing. That bamboo, that is
I've got the socks, I've got the shoes, everything. Shameless. Went out and added to my collection.
Yeah. So what is your favorite thing to do in port?
In port. Now, I love excursions. And I'm not just saying it. When I worked in Alaska, one of my favorite excursions, I was on the Carnival Legend, and we went and we did a husky mushing camp. So I was picked up in a helicopter. We flew on the top of a glacier. I got out and got to walk on the glacier. Then we walked to the mushing camp, and I met all the dogs. We were put into mushing teams. I got to mush the sled. We went around a track, and we came back, and then we met the puppies. And I got to hold, in fact, I was supposed to hold one puppy, and I, as cruise director, obnoxiously overrun the group, and I was like, let's play Pass the Puppy, everybody. So we played Pass the Puppy, and I got to hold about 3 different puppies. Put one in my jacket, but the lady said they count them at the end. Other things that I've done have been fantastic. I mean, when I was out in Australia, we've done glass bottom kayaking, catamaran trips out of Cozumel. We went snorkeling on a catamaran, and then went to a beach with all beach toys. That was great.
We've done that excursion before. That is fun.
I went out in Hawaii. In fact, another great thing is bringing my friends and family with me. I had a close friend of mine go on a volcano walk in Hawaii, which was out of this world.
Wow. Sharing
the world and exploring history, culture, nature, relaxation, whatever it is. A margarita. Yeah,
margaritas, definitely. So how often do you get to bring your friends and family on?
I'm very, very fortunate. I can, because I've got my own single occupancy cabin, being a manager on board, I have a single occupancy cabin, so providing I'm happy to share my space with them and they're willing to pay, I can bring my friends on as and when I would like them to visit or when they're available.
Fantastic.
My family I can bring on a special crew privilege, and my friends have to pay like a guest rate. If I want them in a guest cabin to live a life of luxury, that's a little different. And I also get an allowance where I can take vacation.
The music has begun.
Musical interlude. They're getting ready for the dinner service. I can book my own vacation, and I have a very small allocation of time to sail as a guest on our sister lines as well. So whether it's Cunard or Princess Holland, any of them, which is fun.
Fun. Okay, and tell us about your family, your background.
I come from a very small family. There's me, my mom, my mom's mom. I call her my nana. Do you have nanas out here?
Yes.
Or grandmas? Yeah, so me, my mom's mom, and my stepdad. And that's my family unit. Now, my stepdad works away. He's in telecommunications, so he works in various different cities around the UK. And now I work away. So it's just my mom home.
Aww.
I say at home. She flew out to Australia. She cruised with us twice in Australia.
Good.
She came out to Florida and cruised on the Sunshine. She tried to get here on the breeze, but because it's spring break, we were full and I couldn't squeeze her in.
Oh yeah, this ship is packed.
Yeah, so she's going to sail with me next on the Dream for her birthday.
Good. All right, so tell us a little bit about your background. Where are you from? How old are you?
I'm from the very northwest of England, a tiny town called Barrow-in-Furness. It's in Cumbria, so the British equivalent of a state is called a county. It's the most northwest county in England, so it meets the Scottish border.
Okay.
And you'll have heard of Manchester and Liverpool. It's up by Manchester and Liverpool in the northwest, in a beautiful part of the world called the Lake District.
Okay.
But there's not a lot happening in Barrow. They make submarines, and that's about it.
They make submarines.
Because I wanted to go into entertainment, I moved to London, then I moved to New York, so I bounced around a bit, but home for me is still Barrow-in-Furness in the northwest of England.
So did you go to school in London or in New York?
Both.
Both?
I went to a university just outside London to study musical theatre and drama. And when I finished there, I lived in London for a year, and I worked in theatres as like an usher. I worked for Madame Tussauds as a part of their entertainment team. And then I had an opportunity to go out to New York, and I studied at the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York.
Wow.
Where I had such an amazing experience and learnt a lot of the skills that I now use in my job as a cruise director. Although I'm not on Broadway or singing or dancing, per se. I use a lot of the skills, the communication skills, and the improvisation skills that I learned in my acting classes to be spontaneous and to be able to see what's happening in a party or an event and to be able to just change my plan and go with it. I'm so thankful for the time that I spent at that school, and for anyone out there, no matter what job you want to do, whether you are a young man or a young lady that's looking to go into business or anything, accounting, do a drama class because it is invaluable for communication.
That is a good idea. What is the most interesting thing you've ever seen on a cruise ship?
The most interesting thing that's appropriate to talk about?
Probably so.
My most interesting thing. You know, I love meeting people. We hold a military appreciation gathering on board every Carnival cruise, especially the ones that are sailing out of the US on a longer itinerary. But like I say, we squeeze it in to all of our cruises, and to meet the servicemen and women of World War II. I know it's not like a hilarious story, but meeting those it's men that I've met predominantly, but the ladies have always been involved in military service. But the men from World War II, the stories and the character, and you know what? They're made of tough stuff, and a lot of them are still dancing in the nightclub. They're in the 90s, and they're up dancing in the nightclub when the 40-year-olds are all in bed having a nap. These guys are incredible, and that is something that I love about my job.
That is fantastic. Okay, let's talk about food. What is your favorite thing to eat on the cruise ships?
Food. As you can tell from my amazing physique, I'm incredibly health conscious. Living on a cruise ship is a challenge when it comes to food, because guests come on and complain that they've gained kilos or pounds while they've been with us. I live here for 9 months. Guys Burgers.
They're so good.
Guys Burgers. I don't know who Jim is, I'll be honest with you. People talk about the Jim on the ship, and I don't know who Jim is, but I'm a great friend with Guy. Get the chiliest Maximus with the fries, decorated with chipotle mayo and the smoked Tabasco. I put them together. Lee's special sauce, okay?
Yes.
Get the silver dish, smoked Tabasco, chipotle mayo topped with barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Keep it in the pot. Take a bite so you've got a good dipping edge. Boom! I'm not passionate about these burgers at all.
Not at all.
I have to limit myself to one a cruise.
One a cruise. Oh,
Like,
that's gotta be
you
difficult.
look at me like, you're going to be huge, one a cruise.
That's gotta be difficult.
Oh, yeah. Close second is the burritos from the Blue Iguana and the steakhouse and Cucina del Capitano and sushi at like almost every other evening.
But sushi's healthy, so you can eat that.
Well, I say that, but I get the tempura shrimp, which is battered shrimp. And the deli on this ship.
Oh, I love the deli.
The deli on this ship is better than the delis on the ships that I've worked on. I know the Conquest has got this new deli, and it is being rolled out across the other ships. So without a shadow of a doubt, the Horizon is going to have this new deli.
Absolutely.
The Vista will have the new deli, and it's making its way out there. But this new deli do crazy sandwiches. I have two. Eileen Mason have 2 sandwiches from the deli because I can't decide which one I want.
And what are those 2?
I get the buffalo chicken religiously.
Haven't tried that one yet.
The buffalo chicken, and then I flip between the Southwest chicken wrap, and they do a daily special. So sometimes if they've got the teriyaki beef, it could be a 3 sandwich day. I say, when you cruise, eat everything, drink everything if that's your life. Do everything. Like, you get maybe 7 days with us, maybe you get 3 or 4 days, 5 days. But it's not long.
No, it goes by like that.
52 weeks a year. 365 days a year. Think about all of the hard work you do in your job or at school, or the work that you did if you're now retired, right? Make the most of it, squeeze it in, take a vacation from your vacation when you get home.
Absolutely.
But do it all.
Okay, last question. What's your most embarrassing moment?
Okay, so we've got Clue, the murder mystery on board, which we bring to life the Hasbro Clue murderers. So Miss Scarlet, Colonel Mustard, Mr. Green, Mrs. Peacock, Mrs. White, and Professor Plum. I play Officer Ocean, a detective in this maritime version, I guess. And my outfit is like a captain's uniform. I was on a cruise where unfortunately the weather was too bad and we couldn't make it into port. And the captain had said for safety reasons we couldn't get the ship into port. And whenever the captain has to make an announcement like that, the cruise director will more often than not follow it for clarity. A lot of our captains are Italian or from all around the world. They have a mild accent. I also have an accent, but they feel comfortable having the cruise director reiterate. So I got the phone call saying, Lee, unfortunately we can't make it into port today, you have to come to make your announcement. So I rushed up to the bridge in my captain's uniform, pressed my buzzer, they let me in, and I walked in and I saw a group of the navigational officers, and very silly shouted, "Don't worry boys, I'll get us there." And the officers all moved, and the captain was sat there as well. And I looked at him and said, "Only joking, sir. I'm here to make my announcement."
That's fantastic.
Now, luckily, the captain was really easygoing. Carnival employees, whether it's the man at the very top or the guys and girls down the ladder, we are all fun-loving, and we're encouraged to include funning in everything we do.
Right.
And that captain, thankfully, had a great sense of humour and laughed at me and said, "I'd like to see you try make your announcement."
That's fantastic.
That was embarrassing, but I got through it. And I ripped my trousers in a booty shaking competition in the nightclub just for the grown-ups. It's tonight actually on this cruise. All of the guests were shouting and chanting for me to shake my booty. And of course, being shy, I didn't want to.
Very shy.
But I stepped up and I tried to drop it like it was hot. And it was that hot. It ripped my trousers from the belt loop in the back to the zipper in the front. And all I can say is I'm glad that one day I decided to be matching and I had black trousers and black boxer briefs on, and it wasn't that offensive. It could have been terrifying for everybody involved.
Okay, now we're towards the end, and what tips do you have to give us cruisers?
Okay, cruise directors' tips, or even like pleading you as cruisers. Please, please, please listen to the announcements. I understand that sometimes throughout the day there'll be announcements somewhat semi-regular saying this is happening here, this is happening there. But we will make announcements about the gangways when we get into ports, or debarkation when we get back to our home port.
Yes.
Please, please, please listen to those announcements and follow the instructions. We are all the most important person in the story of our life. You are the most important person on your cruise.
Yes.
I mean, you've got children, so maybe as a mother, your kids, you say are the most important, but you are the most important, and you know that because you're mum.
Yes.
Mums are important people. But regardless of how important you are in your little cruise, we've got thousands of other people that are also the most important people.
Right.
And as much as I'd love to let everyone off the ship first, or into port first, we can't. And there needs to be a system.
Right.
Now that system is only good if we follow it.
Right.
So please listen to the announcements because it makes everyone's life easier. Everyone's life will be stress-free, and you'll get off the ship as fast and as smooth as you can if you follow the system. That's
very
about
true.
it. That's my biggest tip. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here and doing this interview.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. And a lot of people have always wanted to know what it's like to be a cruise director, so you've been able to answer these questions for us.
Being a cruise director is amazing. Everyone do it. Come and work on a cruise ship. CarnivalEntertainment.com. Find my job description and apply. I might want to take a vacation.
Thanks so much.